The square camouflage. This is one of the many patterns you get of camouflaging in the game. As you guys know, that camouflage is used to blend in your environment so the enemy doesn't see you. There's a strong emphasis of camouflaging in Snake Eater. There's a meter at the top right hand corner of your screen, and you see it gives you a percentage, and if you choose the right camouflage in the area or the environment you're in, you will be at a higher percentage and you'll be completely camouflaged from your enemy. The recreation of this of the camouflage here is breathtaking. As you can see, the main BDU, the jacket here, comes, I mean, filled with detail. You can see the pockets here, 2 pockets at the front. You can see a pocket right here on the arm. Wow, I mean, the cut and sew on this figure is breathtaking. You can see here underneath the jacket there's the sneaking suit, and it's actually made out of like this rubber material. I mean, perfectly recreating the sneaking suits that Snake uses in the game. I love Hideo Kojima's design in armors and suits. I mean, his imagination is just unbelievable. As you can see here, it sticks out a little bit here. You can see a little a bit what it looked like. I mean, this right here is made out of like a rubber material, and I mean, you can see it folding a little bit there. I mean, fantastic work by Hideo Kojima here designing these figures. The main, you can see here the main stubble harness coming right all the way down here to the main belt. Guys, check out this little clips here. I mean, this is so small. This is a 12-inch figure, and I'm so impressed. I got so much respect for all these companies that work with 1/6 scale figures. I mean, the detail here, it is unbelievable. I don't know how they can mold and work with this such small pieces. This looks fantastic. So the green it's a green stubble harness that weaves all the way to the back. And yes, before I forget, yeah, here's the CQC knife here. Of course, you can remove it for all those close quarter combat techniques that Snake uses on his enemies. Looks fantastic. So the stubble harness goes all the way to the back and weaves all the way here right to his the main belt here. The belt here is filled with pouches and detail. I mean, you get 2 pouches here for a magazine holder there for his mags. You get oh man, a water bottle, a water cantina here on the belt here. It looks great. This is the main pouch here, which he puts probably like a sleeping bag and survival gear. He needs a lot of surviving gear to stay alive in the jungle. Here is the main radio, the main tech radio. Before I forget, here's the TAC radio here. You can see the lines here. Very nicely tucked in underneath the jacket. Very nice. So you get the 2 lines that go all the way down up to his throat mic and his earpiece. Fantastic work by MEDICOM recreating this. Looks so great. Continuing here on the belt, I mean, you get the TAC radio here. You can see the antenna sticking out right there. Really nice. You get the M1911 sidearm holster there. It looks fantastic. It's got the US insignia there on the top there. It feels like leather material. It looks great. The cargo pants look great. 2 big pockets here. You can see all the cut and sew work here. It looks fantastic. Another pocket right up here. You get the knee pad here to protect them when he kneels down. And you get the knife down here, which I'm going to show that in a little bit. Yes, the knife comes out. It's got a little clip here. You undo it, and then boom, it's out ready for combat. You can see it's got the 2 nice shiny straps here. Look great. The shoes here look awesome. I mean, you get the little green color. I mean, green army shoes look fantastic. All sculpted. Same with this one. Really awesome. This is the M1911A1 pistol that he uses in the game. It's got the custom trigger, custom hammer there, and the custom handle here that he uses. Remember, he files that down so he could combine the CQC knife, the close quarters combat knife, and change his stance and technique. I mean, fantastic work of recreating this gun. I mean, it looks fantastic. Look at the detail here. It's nice and shiny, nice and silver. It's got the removable suppressor. Looks pretty kick-ass. One thing that I would like to see on this weapon here, like the Hot Toys guns. I mean, their Hot Toys does such a great job with their weapons. I would like to see some movement here. I mean, I would like to see the clip come out, see the bullets inside. And I mean, the slider doesn't move whatsoever. No big deal. It still looks great. This is his main CQC knife. As you can see, it's really well sculpted, straightforward to the point. I would like to see just a little bit of shininess more on the blade, but still, no big deal. Looks really awesome. This is the other knife that's on his leg. Looks pretty sweet. A nice sculpt. It looks pretty much like the Rambo knife, just a little bit. I mean, the handle is a little bit different, but as you can see, it's got the silver paint right at the in the edge. It's actually pretty pointy there. Looks pretty cool. Something I don't talk much about is the stands. But the stands play a very big role on your figures. I mean, it keeps the figure in place, secure, and preventing it from tumbling over your cabinet or whatever you have it. And I mean, guys, you know that, I mean, these are investments, and you don't want to think, you don't want to see them breaking, falling apart, and all that. So the stand is a very important tool. I mean, I know some of the figures stand really well without the aid of a stand, but I mean, this is a security measure you want to have, okay? Especially if you have your figures on a high cabinet. But I mean, the typical MEDICOM stand, this is something MEDICOM has to work on. I mean, these stands, I mean, when you put the figure on, it's really hard. I mean, you put the leg through here or whatever, and I mean, the figure is so unbalanced. It's always tips to the side or tips forward. I mean, I have so many of the MEDICOM figures that I have that always end up, you know, falling forward and stuff like that. So it's something they have to work on. These little knobs here, that I mean, they wear out with time. I mean, if we're talking about constructive criticism on this square zombie snake figure, this is the only bad thing I can say about this figure. The stand needs to be redefined and reworked by MEDICOM to give us collectors a better stance. And here's a quick pose before I let you guys go. I've decided this is the pose that I'm going to have in my cabinet. I mean, that looks incredibly badass. My final thoughts on the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Zombie Snake or Square Camouflage 1/6 scale figure by MEDICOM. Besides the stand, I mean, MEDICOM, I think, in my opinion, MEDICOM needs to rework on their stands. And I mean, the lack of accessories. I mean, just a very limited amount of accessories. But I don't think it's a big deal. Other than that, this figure is unbelievable. Paint job, cut and sew, costume, detail. I mean, proportion, body proportions, the accuracy to Big Boss Snake. It is dead on. I mean, what else can you expect from a project overview by Hideo Kojima and Yoshi Shinkawa? I mean, this thing looks like it just jumped out of their art books, and I mean the game. Wow, it is unbelievable. It has become my #1 Metal Gear Solid collectible in my collection, and I strongly recommend, if you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, this is a must-have in your collection. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I hope of the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Zombie Snake figure. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I covered everything that I need to cover on this figure. If you have any questions, let me know. And remember, collectors unite!